In this video, we're talking about 14 things to help you achieve your goals.
Hey, Sua!
Three things for this series. Number one.
Hey everyone, welcome to this week's Increase Your Impact podcast episode. I'm Justin Sua, and we're talking about 14 tips to help you achieve your goals. How to set your goals, how to achieve your goals, how to embrace the process. You're probably reading articles about this, watching a number of videos about this, listening to podcast episodes. There's a lot of advice out there. 14 is a lot, I get it. I understand. That's a big number. We're gonna fly through these. You're gonna like some, you're gonna hate some. There's gonna be some that'll work for you right now, some aren't gonna work for you right now. That's okay. I'm gonna give them all to you so that you can use them to help somebody else. And who else? Who knows? Maybe this video will be beneficial for you somewhere down the road if it's not beneficial for you today. 14 things. Before we get into it, hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the bell so you know when the next video comes out. So 14 things, let's start right now. Number one, you wanna make your goal specific and challenging. Telling yourself that you just wanna get better, you just wanna get faster, you just want to improve, that doesn't do anything. Because how do you measure get better? How do you measure have fun? How do you measure improve? In order to help yourself out and set yourself up for success, you wanna create some momentum. You wanna catch yourself winning. But you can't catch yourself winning if you don't know what you're going for, if you don't know what winning looks like. So be specific and make it challenging. Get outside of your comfort zone. Number two, remind yourself it's going to be difficult. We always talk about this. People underestimate how long it's going to take and how hard it's going to be. Put it in your mind right now. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. So that when it is hard, you can tell yourself, I knew it was going to be hard. So you don't run away and retreat and throw your goals out the window. If you plan on it being hard, you're going to respond better when it does become hard. Number three, make sure it's your goal. This isn't mom and dad's goal for you. It isn't your coach's goal for you. It's not your boss's goal for you. You're more likely to achieve a goal if it's something you want to achieve. Now, I get it. You have team goals, you have family goals, you have goals and things that you have teachers want you to accomplish. I get that. But make sure you also leave some space for some things that you want to accomplish. You're a lot more motivated and focused and driven to achieve things you want to do. Number four, just pick one. Just pick one thing. We don't need you to try to be a guitarist and speak Spanish and get fit and get straight A's. And now, obviously you're human. You're gonna do your best in those things. But if you want to set yourself up for success, pick a goal. Pick one thing you really want to go all in on. And we're gonna talk a little bit more about that. I'm gonna bite my tongue right now because I wanna add more to it. But pick one thing. Pick something simple, something that you can really truly focus on. Now, what I am not saying, I'm not saying to ignore school. I'm not saying to ignore your relationships. You can't go to mom and dad or your boss or your friends and say, oh, I'm not gonna hang out because Justin told me to just focus on this one thing. That's not what I'm saying at all. You're human. We have a lot of things we need to take care of, but give yourself one focus. One thing that you're really gonna focus on, because as a proverb says, when you chase 5 rabbits, you catch none. Number 5, don't let your goal consume you. Sometimes people are so obsessed with their goal that it overcomes and overshadows everything else. They ignore everything else that matters. Don't be so locked in on fitness that you do it at the expense of sleep and nutrition and relationships and school and work. If you want to get your finances in order, don't be so focused on making money that you forget all the other important things in your life. Don't let this goal consume you. Number 6 is to celebrate your victories. Like I said, it's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult. You're going to struggle and fail and make mistakes along the way, but catch yourself winning. The losses are very emotionally triggering. You're going to notice the losses because they can be embarrassing, they can be hard, and it's going to be painful. The wins sometimes, we brush them under the rug because we say, oh, I should win. I should be successful. And so the highs aren't as high as the lows are low. Catch yourself winning, stack those wins, notice the good that you're doing. And number 7 is to have your goal in your face every day. It's a lot easier to remember your goal when you see it on the wall, when you see it on your phone, when you have people remind you about it. You want to have your goal in your face somehow, some way, because there's that phrase, out of sight, out of mind. If you write down your goal and then you bury it in your journal and never look at it again, or you put it in your drawer, you never think about it again, you're not going to have the systems or execute the behaviors to get you there. Make sure you see it as often as you can. Number 8 is to have a finish line. So there's something called the goal gradient effect that states that you will work harder or expend more effort, try harder when you can see the goal line. I mean, think about it. In a race, the closer you get to the finish line, you don't pull up. The closer you get to the finish line, you finish strong. Now, a little warning. What happens sometimes is once you pass the finish line, what do? You take your foot off the gas. And so be very careful with setting up finish lines, simply because if you're not careful, you'll get to the finish line and then you won't try hard and then you won't even achieve your goal. So instead of finish line, consider putting up mile markers or mile posts that give you that same goal gradient effect. You push through it, but then knowing that, hey, I better keep some more fuel in the tank because I have my next mile marker and my next one and my next one. And so with caution, set up finish lines, but maybe instead of finish lines, consider them being mile markers or landmarks for you to keep going. Number 9 is to know your obstacles. Know what you're getting into. Know the things that are going to trip you up, the things that you do, and the things that are outside of you. Know your environment. Know how hard it's going to be. Know that if you have something coming up, it might derail your process. If you have something coming up in the future, like a big event, it might derail the progress you're making. You're going to have to adjust. If you change jobs, if you change schools, if you have big life experiences that happen, try to look ahead. Be prepared for the obstacles you're about to face. Number 10 is to have a plan for those obstacles. I think we've spoken about this in like 5 videos. Know how you're going to respond. It's one thing to be aware of the adversity you're going to face. It's another thing to prepare for the adversity you're going to face. What's your plan? Number 11 is to start big. And what I mean by start big, I mean start now. Don't worry about the details of what your clothes look like. Don't worry about the details of the color of your business card. Don't worry about the details of the logo of your website. Don't worry about the details of what kind of workout you're going to do. Just go. Just go. Because what happens a lot of times is we get caught up in paralysis by analysis, analyzing every tiny detail, making you think that you're making progress, but you're really procrastinating. You're not doing the work. You're just trying to get it just right so then you can go. You're never going to be ready. It's never going to be the right time. The right time is right now. And you just got to go and figure it out along the way. Number 12, lock in on the present. There's nothing you can do that was in the past. So don't trip over things that are behind you. And in the future, you can't control the future. You have no clue what's going to happen. Be present. Be in the here and now. The best way to achieve your goals in the future is to focus on giving your absolute best today. Number 13 is to focus on the process and let the results take care of themselves. Your system is everything. And you want to set your system up, and your behavior and the results are going to be the byproduct of your system. Anywhere you see somebody who's consistent, wherever you see consistency, just know a system is in place. A process is in place. So what's your process? What are you going to do to set yourself up so that good results are a byproduct of how you set up your system? Get your system right, and everything else will flow from it. And number 14, have fun. Achieving your goals and working towards them should be fun. It should be something that lights you on fire. It shouldn't be a treachery and drudgery. And yes, you're going to have those moments. You're gonna have those moments where you're plateauing, those moments where you're struggling, but this should be fun. It should be a fun opportunity to chip away at your skills to get better, to become a better version of yourself. So figure it out. Ask yourself, what can I do to make this more fun? What can I do to make this more enjoyable? Mix it up. And what's fun for you might not be fun for other people. So do what's fun for you. Instead of going to the gym and just lifting weights, if that's not fun for you, go join a soccer league. Maybe that's more fun. Go for a run with your friends. Whatever it may be, find something that's enjoyable and fun for you. Just because someone suggested that this is how you should do it, how this will help you get to your goals, if that's not gonna help you, if you don't enjoy it, you don't have to do it. Do what works for you. So there you have it, the 14 things to help you as you pursue your goals. Which one's your favorite? Let me know in the chat. I would love to hear from you. Have a great week, and we'll do it again next time.